Terrific, Sophia. Hey, congratulations on your film, Animalia, after running through its festival circuit.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So tell us where the original idea came from for your film.
The original idea, actually, I did my short film. So what if the goats die before? But I was always fascinated by supernatural, I think. And in a way, I grew up in Asia and also in Morocco. We have a deep relationship with supernatural. I mean, for as I live as a human being, I'm really curious about what is the truth of our reality. You know, we are living in this planet who turns around a sun, but we don't know anything about the universe, and we're supposed to be the only one in this enormous universe. So I mean, I've always been really interested and fascinated about the invisible world, about the unknown, and I think when I came back in Morocco after living 10 years in Paris, when I rediscover how people, the way that people believe in God, and the way that they were, how they live their faith in Morocco, I was, for me, and I just wanted, you know, to re-question that. But I thought that, and I, using the genre element and using this alien or presence to question my society and the relation that people could have with their own perception of what is God, what is the reality of our life, would be interesting. I think it was about the marriage, and I just wanted to have to try to make this marriage works.
Most excellent. So in this film, you raise questions about, you know, our very own existence, but isn't religion a way to basically for us to cope the unexplained?
Well, I really don't know, because I think that we need stories. You know, we need we watch movie, we love to hear stories. So as a human being, we love to hear story and to be attached to stories. So I mean, if there were nothing in this world and nothing to be attached, nothing to believe, it's something that could be a frightened experience. I mean, you know, in a way.
Tell us about the representation of a pregnant mother in your film.
For me, at the really beginning, I had this idea of working on a character that was pregnant, but not using the pregnancy as I mean, using the pregnancy as a way to tell the story. Oh my God, she's pregnant, poor little girl. But and to create obstacle because of that, you know. It was more because for me the character she's really strong, you know. I really want to make in, and at the beginning, even if she's living in this big house, you think this beautiful young lady, and you think she's vulnerable, you think she is fragile, but during the journey, even if she's pregnant, you see that she's really strong, and she breaks the stereotypes that you can have on her at the beginning, you know. But for me, pregnancy, it's also a symbol, you know, a symbol of hope, because, you know, we always say, oh, the words is not good, oh, you see how the world's going on nowadays with the crisis, with wars, with blah blah blah, with ecological disaster. But I think that's the yeah, definitely children are the future, and how how you raise them, how you what you're teaching them, it's a hope for the future, you know. It's a hope for to break free from stereotypes, to break free from traditions that might not be good for us sometimes. So it was more about that, about hope, you know. Even if it's the apocalyptical movie, in a way it's a movie with a lot of hope.
Absolutely. My understanding that Morocco is a moderate country, but tell us about the cultural representation you want to portray in this film.
Well, Morocco, I think well, we have an image of Muslim people with uh, every time we have a representation of how Muslim are, because of, you know, all the war we are living the Western society during those past 15 years, 25 years, sorry. Uh, but actually, I live in a Moroccan country where people live their religion with a lot of freedom. I mean, they're not forced to wear scarves, uh, but still it's a conservative country, really attached to religion. And I mean, in Europe and maybe in the US, people are also really attached in a way to the religion. So it's about talking about Islam, about Muslim people, but in a different way that maybe you cannot have seen it in a movie. uh, and um, and I think that for me as a woman, it was more about trying to give also what is it to live in this patriarchal society, um, where love could not really exist at the same time, you know, because even with her husband, you never see a kiss, you never see, you know, you're always shy to express your love to someone. So it's something really, you know, frustrating in a way, because there's so much rules, so much dogma. Just just need to respect stuff without understanding it, and this is really frustrating for me. That's why I really wanted to express it in the movie.
I also found it fascinating that besides the questions about religion, you also raise questions about wealth, which to some people, wealth is religion. Could you talk about that?
Well, definitely. That's why that's what. Well, when I came back in Morocco, what it's supposed to be a Muslim country, but and I went and I came back and I saw it's a country like the other country in the world, where this capitalism and people just want to, you know, have money, and there is this obsession with money, with to have a nice car, um, to buy nice clothes with a big brand. And this is something that I think it's really worldwide. How does those years, the way that money came more a god than God, you know, in a way.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us about the symbolism of animals used in this film, and was that a difficult thing for you? Was that a challenge for you in this film?
Well, the animals was a challenge for the shooting, definitely. There were many challenges in the movie, for a first feature movie, you know, with this type of budget. You know, I remember I was on the sets, and you know, I asked that the dog should be, you know, dressed, you know, like professional actor. I don't know how to say in English, you know, but it was the guy took dogs from the streets days before, and it was completely the mess to work with those dogs. Even the sheep, you know, there is a scene in the middle of the film, well, the main actress is hugging a sheep, And I was at this moment, I was completely, yeah, this depressed because the ship was, it was a ship from the mountain. So how could I work? He's not an actor. I cannot say to him, please go and hug my main actress. This is not possible, you know. But so it was really complicated to manage all the stuff. But for me, it was really important to bring the animals in the movie, you know, and to give them a place where they could exist, and where we could really definitely see, um, during the movie more. And we have this family rich, completely disconnected from with the other, with the environment. You know, you see this green garden and all around the desert. It's and they're disconnected with the other people from Morocco because there's a gap between the poor and the rich. And they say they are Muslim, but what is it to be religious? What is it to have spirituality if you are disconnected from your environment? So the dogs and the animals are here also to bring back a connection with our own humanity.
Well said, well said. And one more major thing, Sophia. Tell us about the significance of Atlas Mountains to you as a filmmaker.
Uh, well, for the short story, actually, I came because of my father. He have native origins. Native, it's like before Muslim came. It's like the same story, even for Muslim, but even you know the Christian and Muslim. It was a country where there were people like indigenous people, and after they were this Muslim invasion. So we are. I have those origin, indigenous origin, and at the same time, I was fascinated about those mountains. And those mountains, this landscape where you can feel you are in another planet. You know, you can. I don't know. It's like Mars sometimes. So I wanted to find some landscape, some place where you could be somewhere else. And for me, landscape in the movie are really important, to create a place where people maybe could escape from, or I don't know. You know, they bring part of mystery. You know, and but actually I discovered recently that the Berber and the Atlas Mountain uh, could be the place where the Atlantid was. So it's also fascinating, you know, to see all the stuff around Berber and Atlas Mountain.
That is very fascinating. Well, Sophia, thank you very much for carrying this conversation about Animalia with us. I can't wait to see what you will do next as your follow-up film after this is a tremendous feature film debut for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.